There's something different about French cars. They tend to be more adventurous than their mainstream, more conservative rivals from Japan, Germany and Korea. But of course, it is an approach that can backfire. Just ask Citroën. However, in the case of the Clio, daring to be different has paid handsome dividends. In fact, the Clio is Renault's most successful car, both globally and here in South Africa. The Clio is easily Renault's most successful car. Global sales over 4 generations have exceeded 13 million units thus far, while the current 4th generation model has notched up more than 20,000 South African sales since 2013. It helps that the Clio competes in one of the world's most popular segments, and that demand for subcompact hatchbacks continues to grow. But the Clio formula has also been honed for more than a quarter of a century, and in latest guise, it offers a strong mix of technology, value and design. The Clio GT line is the latest addition to the range. When Renault introduced a midlife update to the Clio range late last year, it added a new look to the front and the rear of the car. More specifically, new headlights, a different grille, a different front bumper, and similarly, a new rear bumper. This new GT line model takes those elements another step further. More specifically, the GT line gets a titanium grey finish for the special 17-inch alloys, the exterior mirrors and the side protection strips. The front end looks more aggressive thanks to larger air intakes, while the rear gains a prominent rear diffuser and some extra bright work between the taillights. Talking of lights, the GT line features full LED headlights and taillight, together with C-shaped daytime running lights. The overall effect is unmistakably sporty and reminiscent of the Extrovert RS treatment, which is no coincidence since Renault considers the GT line as a junior stablemate to the uncompromising hardcore RS. The RS echoes continue in the reworked interior, which is dominated by these heavily bolstered bucket seats complete with bold striping and GT line logos. Also blue stitching, which is used for the seats and the handbrake lever. There's an alloy gear shift and also a nice grippy, sporty steering wheel. Those extrovert elements apart, the specification level is the same as the flagship Clio Dynamic, which means a full house of features, from electric windows and mirrors to a 7-inch colored touchscreen for the infotainment system. The latter is intuitive to use and includes satellite navigation, a trip computer and an eco-monitoring readout. Packaging is good for a subcompact hatchback with adequate rear seating and a deep 300-litre boot, which can be made even bigger by folding the split rear bench seatback flat. Safety is also comprehensively addressed via 4 airbags, ABS brakes, stability control and even hill start assist. The Clio GT line's attributes aren't limited to looks alone. The engine might have the same 1.2-litre capacity as the other dynamic models, but in fact, in terms of output, it has more torque and the same power. Maximum power, therefore, 88 kilowatt, torque up by 15 newton meters to 205 newton meters. Drive, of course, still to the front wheels, and the gearbox, in this case, a quick-shifting 6-speed manual model. The combination of extra torque and manual gearbox makes the GT line the Clio with the most brio, except for the fire-breathing Clio RS, of course. But efficiency remains a highlight. Renault claims a combined cycle fuel consumption figure of just 5.3 litres per 100 kilometres, while the CO2 emissions of 118 grams per kilometre are below the emissions tax threshold. The chassis retains the classic combination of McPherson struts up front, linked to a torsion beam rear with anti-roll bars at both ends. Front disc brakes are linked to vented rear drums, providing ample stopping power even if they lack ultimate bite. The steering aside, giving this Clio GT line stick translates into a lot of driving fun. For the record, 0 to 100 time, 9 seconds exactly, top speed, 199 kilometers an hour. But it's the way the car translates its dynamic capabilities that is most important. Handling is reassuringly confident, with plenty of composure through tight twists and fast sweeps. The front wheels grip tenaciously, and while understeer remains the ultimate result of pushing the nose into tight corners too fast and too deep, the overall stance is more neutral than expected. The steering is electrically assisted for the sake of efficiency, but while it ensures crisp, responsive turn-in, it feels numb when pressing on. Some more weight and feedback would have been welcome. There was a time when cars from French brands like Renault were considered too complex, too expensive and ultimately too fussy. But this Clio GT line improves on an already established package that has quality and reliability and, of course, safety on its side. The result is a Clio that's also a class act. The GT line gets more twist than other 1.2-litre turbo-powered Clios, elevating the torque peak to 205 Nm, while the power remains useful at 88 kW. The 6-speed manual gearbox is a beaut, and those 17-inch wheels add decent grip. The result is a sporty small hatch with ample pep, but not enough to earn hot hatch status.